Let's see Tera raids for Tera Shards today, and I'll make the raids public if anyone wants to join me on this escapade. I'm pretty sure the event is over in about 3 hours from now, like less than 3 hours. So our first target is going to be this Fire Tera Blissey. Yo, what's up, Anthony? Welcome to stream, buddy. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Alright. Let me put the code up here. We're just going to get this party started. So we got the Fire Tera Blissey. Feel free to join if you like. Otherwise, I am going to solo this first one. Doing okay, that's good to hear, man. There's the code. Now let me find my raid Pokemon. Guess I'll just bring Dreadnought. Should be a pretty easy fight. Just trying to get some Tera Shards here before the event's over. I was gone over the weekend. Yeah, I'll wait until the timer is up to see if anyone else wants to join. Excuse me. Also, hit that like button on the stream. It does help my content reach a wider audience here on YouTube. And I'll probably be live for about an hour or so, like maybe an hour or two. We'll see. See how long these raids take. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a great weekend so far. And yeah, people can still join if they want. We have about 1 minute 30 seconds left on the timer. The code is 7PDPQJ. Otherwise, we'll get this raid started, and you know, I'll just head to the next Blissey raid after the fact. So yeah, definitely could use some of the Tera Shards that they have in this event. But yeah, I'm gonna run Dreadnought for sure. In fact, I'll just lock in. Just go for Sword Stance. Pretty much you just want to run physical attacking Pokemon against Blissey, because its special defense is insanely high and it has really high HP as well, but its defense stat is extremely low. So you could just run Iron Hands Hariyama pretty much throughout every single Blissey fight and it would do fine. But I believe it or not, I actually don't even have an Iron Hands or Hariyama built for raids, which is kind of funny. My one shiny Iron Hands I had, I used to build for VGC. You know what, we'll just start this raid. I don't know if anyone's coming. We'll do this first one, and then we'll go from there. Let's knock it out. Yeah, Dreadnought is pretty good because I do have rock moves and sword stance and it's a physical attacker. So it should be a relatively good option. Even like pretty much you just want to, even things that are neutral matchups, if you just have a physical attacker, it's a good option. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'm sure we'll just easily beat it. It's more about getting the items for us. And going straight Sword Stance right off the bat here with Dreadnought. It's so funny that it uses heal falls. That's hilarious. Alright, get my attack up. Seismic Toss is a little annoying, but for the most part, it takes like 5-6 turns to knock out, typically. And then they use Heal Pulse, which is hilarious because it heals me. So it attacked me, and then it just healed me right back up. What a nice Blissey. Yeah, see, I'm at +6 and I just Rock Slide, almost one-shot it. It's all about running physical attackers against Blissey. I figured, you know, even if I don't have an Iron Hands or Hariyama built yet, which is so funny. It's mainly because I allot a lot of my vitamins and money towards playing and building VGC Pokemon. Like, I don't need to have an Iron Hands, even though it is one of the most versatile raid Pokemon. I have like a lot of crazy spice picks for my raid builds. Yeah. It's all about that rock slide. I think I'm Tera Rock also, so I'm just gonna like hit hard. I mean, the problem is Rock Slide does have a chance to miss, so there is that. But other than that, this should finish off the fight. Yeah, look. As long as I don't miss, yeah, this game. But yeah, something like Hariyama or Iron Hands has a higher attack stat than Dreadnought. That's why they're such good picks, because they can pretty much be in virtually any scenario. They're very bulky, and then just pretty much like destroy Blissey's. I probably should build an Iron Hand. I guess I wanted to build a shiny Iron Hand, that's why I didn't build a raid one yet, but maybe I'll just... Oh, wow, see, look at all those Fire Shards, that's so good. Thanks. Yeah, I updated my character. I was sick of having the Kitakami look. I needed to kind of flare it up a bit. Thanks for the help on that raid, Anthony. Alright, let me find the next raid to host. Alright, I see a Dark Tera, one over here. I'll fly over there. But yeah, I'll be hosting a bunch of Blissey raids for this stream. Feel free to join. I'll put the code up, I'll write it in the chat, give people a chance to join the lobby if you're interested in grinding some Tera Shards with me. Otherwise, you can just kick it back and enjoy yourself. Get a snack. Enjoy a nice beverage. We're going to be chilling for a bit here. This event should be over at 5 PM Pacific time, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Here's the code. Azumarill would be a pretty good option, I think, too. Especially against this one. Yeah, just go for Belly Drum, turn 1, and then you can just start hitting with Play Rough. That's a good option. Good call. Let me switch up my Pokemon here, too. I could just bring my physical Mew. Which is actually not a bad idea. Okay, that one has... I mean, it doesn't even matter that doesn't have the right item. Let's be real. Yeah, I'll bring my physical bug Mew against this. Since it is dark. Oh wait, I accidentally pressed start. Oops, my bad. If anyone was trying to join there, I'm sorry about that. I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully we got lucky and we're still a little early. But yeah, if you were trying to join that, my bad. I will make sure to leave up time on the next raid. That's awesome, Anthony. This is my Pokemon. This Mew is from the PAL Park from the Wii. I think it was called, or no, it was called the Pokemon Park. I can't remember what it was called actually. Maybe it was the PAL Park. That's what it was called. It was some storage feature that was on the Wii that was connected with the DS for Diamond and Pearl. And if you completed the Dex, I think it was, or if you deposit a certain number of Pokemon into the feature, wow, yeah, look at that damage by Azumarill, by the way. Crazy. Yeah, it should have... You get a Mew from a Cherish Ball with Haley's OT, which is the name of the rancher. Maybe it was called Pokemon Ranch. Actually. I'll have to look. Verify what its title was, but it was some feature, like app. I think you downloaded it from the, like the e-store, e-shop or whatever. Which I don't think there's any support for the Wii anymore for online. Alright. That was super easy, by the way. I love to see it. Good stuff. Yeah, your Azu completely wrecked there. Alright, sick. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Gives us rare candies and some variety on Teras for this raid. That's cool. Alright, cool. Alright, I'll make sure I leave the lobby up a little bit longer. Alright, let's see. Where's our next Tera raid at? There's a couple right here. I'll just go to them, since we'll probably just knock out every Blissey on the map. Maybe I'll do a Union Circle. It's not really needed at the moment. I'd rather keep the raids open to everyone. But we'll see how the stream pans out. Alright, let me jump over to this raid and let's get the code up, and I'll make sure to leave it up. Let me get the code. Right. AL51. Alright, there's the code. It's a bug Tera Blissey. So I'm going to bring Dreadnought again. Just because Rock is good here. That is our main offensive on this Dreadnought. Alright, I'll wait it out. If anyone wants to join this raid and you're watching, feel free to use the code that I put in the chat, or if you're looking at the screen, it's 3YAL59. We have about 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the lobby time. So feel free to join if you're interested at all. I'm gonna just go around hosting a bunch of the Blissey raids in my game. Mainly because I want to get the little buffering of Tera Shards. I'm in a pretty good spot right now for most of Tera types, but there's some that I'm under 100, and I definitely want to try to at least have most of my Tera Shards around 150 or higher. That way I don't have to worry about when I'm building some of my competitive teams coming up here for Regulation E VGC. If you're interested, also, I do have a VGC channel if you're interested in competitive Pokemon. But yeah, this channel is mainly shiny hunting and Tera raid hunting and all that type of stuff. But yeah, there are, I think it's 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours left in this Blissey event. So if anyone's interested, if you're just hanging out, if you're chilling, you want to grind some more shards before the end of the event, that's pretty much what I'll be doing this stream. So feel free to take your time and hang out for a bit and get some progress. Also, I did end up finally getting my Mimikyu distribution card that they were doing at GameStop. For a while, they weren't appearing in store. It's very interesting because it seems like maybe all the shipments were late, I don't know, but the event was supposed to start, I think, Friday, and they were nowhere in sight until maybe like a couple days ago. But yeah, it's whatever. It was nice that they weren't in too high of demand. I was thinking about getting an extra one and giving it out to someone on my stream, because this is only in, I think, North America, Canada, and maybe Brazil? I'm not entirely sure. It's actually a limited event. It's weird how they do that, but yeah, there's so many. It's impossible to collect every single event Pokemon. So, I mean, it's probably better just to accept that you can't get everything. But it's cool if you can. The reality is most people just kind of cheat to get most things these days. They just clone legitimate event Pokemon, or they just like... I mean, there are some interesting loopholes with getting some event Pokemon, like on some of the DS games. if you connect to a different DNS server, you can actually still get some of the distribution Pokemon, which is kind of interesting. But even that is, I mean, you could argue maybe the legality of that, but it's kind of cool that stuff like that exists. But yeah, there's just very exclusive events. You know, sometimes, especially in Japan, Japan gets the most love when it comes to event Pokemon. They always get stuff that nowhere else in the world can get. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that you can actually get a Pokemon. I don't know if it's still a thing, but I think you can get a Pokemon in your console game if you show up to a Pokemon Center in Japan on your birthday. I feel like maybe that's still a thing, but I can't remember what generation, or maybe it's every generation. I don't really remember. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright, time to go on the offensive on this Blissey. Of course I miss the Rock Slide. That's the one thing that's annoying about using this Pokemon. Any rock Pokemon, it's tough to make work great because they don't really have great moves for accuracy. Like, what would you run aside Rock Slide? Stone Edge, which is stronger, but even worse accuracy, you know? Alright, GG's. Pretty simple. Well done. Just watching. Sometimes the way the interaction of the raid is very weird. Have you ever been in a raid where you knock out the Pokemon, but it will still play out the turn of the Pokemon? I don't understand why it does it. And then, like, right after it attacks, it just dies. There's been times against 7-star raids where I've lost a raid because of that. Like, I knock it out and then it gets its attack in before, and then since I didn't live, I lose the timer. Alright, we got an Ice Tera Blissey over here. This one will be really easy. Pretty much you could probably even just bring Corviknight still. It's not like Blissey's, I doubt it even has an ice move. It probably just uses Seismic Toss and Heal Pulse the whole time. And even if it did have an ice move, it's not even gonna hurt. Blissey's stats are pitiful. Alright, we got the Ice Tera Blissey here. Again, this is why, I mean, Iron Hands would have a field day in this matchup, that's for sure. Hariyama, Iron Hands, which I don't have built. Let me see, what else do I have here? No, we're not going to do that. Here, I'll just bring Reptar Slayer. And go for Iron Heads. Sword Stance, Iron Heads, that'll be fun. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, feel free, if you are interested, to join with the code on the screen. I also added it into the chat as well. Oh yeah, there you go. There's the Iron Hands. It's kind of funny that I just don't have an Iron Hands built for raids. It is seriously one of the most versatile picks that you could use. But realistically, we're going to destroy these raids. We're not going to have much problems taking them down here today. Alright, we have one more slot if anyone's interested. Like I said, I imagine we're not going to struggle to any regard in taking down these Blissey today. Oh, Cinderace, that's a cool pick. Alright, we got like a minute 30 left. I'll wait a little bit longer to see if anyone else wants to join. You got your shiny Iron Hands? That's cool. That's a fun one to have. Alright, I'll give it like 10 more seconds, and then I'll just start the raid, and then I'll find another one to host. But yeah, this is pretty much what I'll be doing for the next hour. Maybe a little bit longer. The event ends in about 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, yeah. Alright, let's get this raid started. Thanks again for tuning in. Sweet. Also, if you like shiny hunting, Pokemon Tera raid guides, subscribe. Do content like that. Every single 7-star raid, I try to make a unique solo method. I'm pretty quick about it too. I feel like usually within like the first hour or so of the new raid, I have a guide uploading. All right, let me just sword stance here. But yeah, for the most part, this is just GG. Next turn, it's probably gonna be removed. But that's what's fun about doing these raids, is that they're super easy, so we can have fun with them. And then also, we're getting a lot of value out of the raids. Getting a lot of Tera Shards. Even if you're just someone that likes building raid Pokemon, this is a good event to run, just to have the options for all your Tera types always open. It's so funny, it uses heal calls, like, wow. Okay. Yeah, it's so easy. We've barely started. There goes the shield. And then it's just a matter of iron. Okay, no, it's GG. Alright, let's see. Do we just get ice Tera Shards, or are we gonna get a variety? Blissey Happini, or excuse me, shiny Blissey. If I remember correctly, if we did by chance find a shiny, I feel like these aren't shiny locked. Okay, so we do get a variety. That's pretty sick. I think it's lighter, like a lighter shade, kind of. It's very subtle. Chansey looks different. Happini, is it darker actually? I'm just trying to remember from memory. Alright, we have a poison variant over here. This one will be, again, easy. I don't think I need to give you any feedback on how to do these raids. I mean, even if we all brought special attacking Pokemon, it's not like we're gonna lose this raid. It might take longer. I mean, it will definitely take longer, but it's not like we're gonna lose. Especially if you bring like a ghost type Pokemon, they can't, these Blissies I don't even think could hit you. Alright, let me get the code up here. And I'll type it in the chat for a Poison Tera Blissey raid. Okay, so FK1KFT. If you're watching, feel free to join the raid if you're interested in grinding some Tera Shards. It seems that the candies are pretty decent as well. Occasionally rare candy as well. So yeah, if that's something you need, something you're interested in working on, this event will be over in about 2 hours, so I'm just trying to take advantage of the raids I do have available and grind it a bit. And you're more than welcome to join me along the way if you're so inclined to do so. Alright. Sunday afternoon. Yeah, it's like, let me see here. 2 hours and 20 minutes away. I should get more water. I ran out of my sparkling water. It's so funny. I got so at Wendy's they have those like soft drink machines that you press buttons on the screen and it has virtually like so many options that you can have. But it had this like sparkling water called Aha, and I was like, I guess I'll get sparkling water. And I was just thinking how weird it is to like get sparkling water out of a like vending machine like that. Just a strange experience. But yeah, we still have room if anyone's interested in grinding some Blissey raids. FK1KFT. If you want to punch this Blissey around a little bit, I mean, it should be relatively fast and easy. Oh wait, I should probably change my Pokemon into something that's not Skeledirge. Let me see. I mean, honestly, like, should I just... Wait, why is this Mandibuzz here? I must have randomly caught this, and this got sent here. Oh wait, I have Choice Scarf on that. You know, I'll just run this again. It doesn't even matter, honestly. Should be super easy to take down. I mean, maybe Dreadnought would have been... It's pretty much similar. Alright. Let's take down the Blissey. I got my new hairdo. Feeling fashionable. Let's see. Toxic Blissey. I remember when Blissey was meta. I mean, maybe it still is in certain formats, but back in the day, Blissey was a very commonly used Pokemon. I'm thinking more of single battles, by the way, like Smoggin rolls, because you could run stuff like Minimize. Actually, I think they banned Minimize in Smoggin, but I'm pretty sure there was like a point where it was allowed, or maybe I'm thinking of like the online ladder. Yo, Curbs, what is up, buddy? I'm glad you like it. Just getting in the mood for Halloween already. Holy. Yeah, that's pretty lethal there. The NPCs get the KO, that's amazing. Thank you. Pretty easy. Yeah, we're good. Some variety there. Alright. Alright, let me find the next Blissey raid here. And let's get it set up. Find the next Blissey raid. Ooh. Have a Dunsparce outbreak. That's pretty sick, actually. That's a really cool outbreak to see. Hello there. I might have to hunt that. Imagine getting lucky with the 3-segment shiny. The Dunsparce. That'd be crazy. Great to have you both here, Anthony and Curbs. Feel free to join on the next Blissey raid if you want to grind with me for a little bit. The event does end in about like 2 hours. I know I'm sitting here on like the tail end, but I was pretty busy and I wasn't around this weekend. So... it's pretty trippy seeing regular Belly Bolt. Mainly because I have a shiny one I use all the time. So I feel like I've seen the shiny more frequently than... I can never tell if these are shiny or not from a distance. Alright, let me get this code up here. Alright, 8T57FB. Let me type that in the chat. But if you would like to join, feel free. Otherwise, enjoy the stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm thinking I'll just bring... Again, I wish I had a... Oh, wait, actually, Reptar Slayer is great here. I do need to take some time and just build a straight up like versatile Iron Hands build for raids. Alright, we have about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Awesome, Ada. Great to see you. Hope you're having a great weekend. Always a pleasure to see you. Okay. I'll wait a little bit just to see if anyone wants to join, but yeah, these raids are really easy, so you can just have fun with what you bring. I mean, already looking at what we have an Ozzy and Berserker, and we're just going to destroy this raid. So, oh yeah, I'm being saucy today. We gotta have fun, you know, we're getting in the spirit. It's that time of the year. It's so quiet right now in the lobby. Like, why does the music disappear entirely? Does it always do that? Or is it just very faint? Just hear a little Psyduck grunting next to me. Little Psyduck. Where'd that come from? Alright, I'll just start it, and by the time we finish this raid, maybe that'll be enough time for Ada to be ready. But we will just go around, and we will target Blissey, and we will remove them. They're not going to stand a chance. No way. Sounds good, Curbs. Alright. We'll beat this really quick. Putting a good word for everyone here. I was saying, like, I was saying Iron Hands, Hariyama are probably top tier picks. I actually just don't have either built right now. But I will build one. I'm just being very particular about building one. Maybe I'll just build a Hariyama because I'm like a Spice Lord. Maybe I have a shiny Makuhita somewhere. I know I've caught one before in game, but I may have put it in home, so I'm not gonna do it right now. We're fine with what we have. Between you and whatever random pick I have, we can take these down with these. I mean, look at that. Don't even have to think about it. Just have fun with it, you know? G. Another variety here of different types of shards. Yeah, these shards are kind of crazy. It might even be worth... I'll make sure to not be online after the event's over. That way none of you accidentally stay online. Like, because you could preserve these raids for until the next event if you stay offline. But yeah, it's like about 2 hours before that. If you don't care at all, then it doesn't really matter, but... I'm probably not going to bother preserving mine, personally. I just want to grind the rest of the event, which will give me a decent amount of Tera Shards on top of what I've already had. And I'm thinking maybe later tonight, I might actually do a stream on my Twitch channel and do some VGC with the Decidueye team, I'm thinking. Yeah, we're getting a lot of Tera Shards. That's the real appeal of doing this. Definitely getting a lot of candies also, but yeah, I'm mainly just interested in getting these Tera Shards. I like having an influx of shards to work with. That way I don't feel like I'm limited to how I build teams, or if I need to make changes to a Tera type, I'm not going to feel like, oh, I wasted all this Tera Shards. I mean, realistically I still did, but I won't feel as bad knowing I have like an ample amount waiting. That's one of the things that's a little unfortunate about this game, is Tera Shards are kind of grindy, but when they do events like this, they're nice to take advantage of. Because they honestly are just like giving us so many Tera Shards in each of these raids. Alright, let me put the code here in the chat. It's K0NJ01. Feel free to join if you're interested. Excuse me. I'm gonna get my view here. Bug Tera Mew. In fact, real quick, I'm gonna go get some water while we wait for this. Alright, I'm back. I got pizza also. So we have like 30 seconds left. If anyone wants to join. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Alright. Here, I'll just start it. It looks like maybe we should just start the raid. Thanks for your patience. I'm getting all tangled up here. I just want to eat this pizza. This hat doesn't really stay on good, that's for sure. Is it weird that I'm like catch up while eating pizza? Yo, that's a nice looking shiny. Very cool. It's okay, Edo. There's a bunch. Sorry, I'm trying to eat pizza and manage. Oh yeah, okay. I'm going for a Leech Life next turn for sure. Let's go. Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry. He keeps hitting the mic. Mamma mia. That sounds good, yeah. Did you bring enough to share? legitimately sounds amazing. Alright. Any day now, we will knock out this Blissey. There we go. We got the Blissey. Thank you. We have destroyed Blissey. Alright, let me go find the next raid. Another variety of Tera Shards. How lovely. Excuse me, that pizza. I had a long drive today. 3.5 hours from Fresno back to LA, but it was even worse because on the 5 we go through the mountains at some point, and it was just like standstill traffic at one point. So it was kind of crazy. We didn't know what was going on. People were like pulling off to the side, driving through, trying to like turn around. They couldn't wait. I still don't know why. Fortunately, it didn't last more than like 20 minutes or so, but it was pretty insane because it was just like hot outside and we were just sitting there on an incline about to go up this giant mountain. Stuck. Full of traffic. It's a nightmare. Alright, here's the raid. I can't keep this on. 0B3007, feel free to join the raid if you fancy that. Let me find the appropriate raid counter. I'll bring you again. Should be easy enough. But yeah, feel free to join. We'll chill for a little bit today. Do some of these Tera raids. I mean, maybe I should just target ones that are better Tera types to have first. I was kind of just like going around eliminating every raid that I saw in distance. Figured that would be one of the best ways to go about this. Alright, we got room for one more person. Yeah, Ozumero alone can just sweep this entire raid with ease. So, there's that. Also hit the like button on the stream if you're watching, it does help my content a lot, and it just takes a second. Appreciate you being here. Alright, I'll wait, we got 1:30 left on the timer, and we have room for one more person to come join us on this conquest against Dark Tera Blissey. This Dark Tera Blissey, it talked shit on you behind your back, and we gotta teach it a lesson. I mean, are you gonna let it get away with that? I mean, you should have heard what it was saying. I mean, it was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie, but it's still not right, you know, to do that. So I completely understand if you want to like jump into this raid and destroy it. So yeah, I totally understand. But hey, it's okay. We don't judge you here. We're very appreciative of you just being strong in these times. It's not easy out there, you know, with these Blissey walking around like they know anything about you. But I just thought you would benefit from knowing that, yeah, it's not looking pretty good. Alright, I'm just gonna start it. Whoops. Accidentally hit my mic. I think I've done that so many times today, I'm so sorry. No, it's all good. We'll beat it fast enough. Let's see. Yeah, this will take a brief moment to knock out. Sorry, Ada. The rumors are true then, you know. Blissey was speaking facts based on what I heard. I'm just joking. Subscribe for more insanity. That's as crazy as it gets here. Honestly, what the? How long was it like that? That was crazy, I'm sorry. How long was the audio gone and how did it disappear like that? I think I'm being attacked by a higher power. What's up, Alfie? Great to see you. They know too much. I feel like this guy knows too much. He doesn't even have an Iron Hands or Hariyama built for this raid. And he's somehow still getting the Tera Shards. We need to shut him down! Great to have you here, Alfie. Hope you're doing well. Oh. For like 1 minute? I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. Thank you for letting me know, Ad. I was really getting into some, like... Maybe it's better you didn't hear what I was actually saying. But, yeah. It's all blurred to me now. Yo, that's awesome, Alfie. That is so funny. That's a good one. My girlfriend has a French fries outfit, and yeah, that's our combo. I do think the mustard makes a lot of sense too. Here we go. Let me fix out my tip here. Alright, looks like we have a full raid. Let's jump on into it. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Okay, so it kind of cut out around the part where I was talking about how Blissey was just being a meanie. You know, being a drama, a gossip queen. Alright, that's probably better that it stopped there. I was saying some wild stuff. Maybe if you read lips, you can find out what I really said. Then again, could you actually read my lips on the internet? Like, could someone actually watch what I'm saying right now and know what I'm saying? I mean, without the audio. And if they're just trying to read the lips of my tiny little box here that I've allotted. What do you think a good ratio of game to person is? Do you want more of the person when you're watching someone stream? Do you want me to be bigger? Do you want me to be like a bigger box? I always feel like I like the gameplay being a little bit bigger. This is kind of like the most equal I feel like I've ever had in a setup. I feel like this is a good balance here. Bad lip reading videos is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, there's really no need. That's what I was saying, like, physical attackers are definitely the best for Blissey, but honestly, looking at how these raids are, I'm gonna catch this one. I don't know why, I just feel like it looks different for some reason. The way these raids are, they're just so easy. It doesn't even really matter. As long as we all just like press buttons, we should be able to beat these raids with ease. I doubt it's a shiny, but I can't remember what the shiny. Let me actually bring up what the shiny looks like, just in case. Yeah, exactly. Like if we were soloing it, it could be annoying, but the fact that it is just so easy to beat these raids, I don't blame. Like, bring whatever you want at this point. What's shiny Blissey? I think it's lighter. I said earlier that it's lighter. Okay, it is actually lighter. Yeah, this is not a shiny. It's kind of like desaturated, the shiny. Almost looks like a... I'm trying to think what a good descriptor. Yeah, just desaturated. Yeah, let me get rid of this. Also, this Mandibuzz. It must just be a random raid one I caught and forgot it was in here. Alright, let me find another raid and host it here. And we'll go from there. Special attacker or Pokemon, like there was Golden Go in the raid, which is a special attacker. And if you don't know Blissey, its two major stats are HP and special defense. Blissey is pretty much notoriously known as a bulky Pokemon that can wall. But the main thing is, its defense is like 40. Its defense is so bad that even though it has so much HP, most physical attackers can just destroy Blissey. So if you run special attackers against Blissey in these raids, it takes... You could probably still beat it. I mean, in these groups, it doesn't actually matter because we're just wrecking each raid with ease. So it doesn't really matter if you bring a special attacker in the group. But if you were trying to solo it, it would be a lot more difficult and you'd be like spending more time on each raid. But if everyone just brings like Iron Hands, like pretty much you can just bring Iron Hands almost to every fight and probably do fine. But yeah, as long as we bring physical attackers to these raids, we destroy the raid so fast. So that's what we're kind of alluding to with like special attacking Pokemon. But yeah, it doesn't actually matter that much when we have a group like this. This raid is so easy that it's okay. Like, did we have problems beating that raid? No. So, I'd say just like, bring whatever you want at this point. It's like bougie pink. Yeah, it's like a pale pink. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. There's really no need to get too crazy. Legitimately, if someone just uses Belly Drum, they'll just sweep the raid. You know what I mean? It could be a one-person effort. Like, we could literally get crazy with this and have, like, support and, like, designated attacker and be really efficient, but I don't even think it matters to care that much. Like, I'd say just have fun with it, and we'll easily beat these raids regardless. Hey, Pokemon Master Alex, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing it alone, it will be more obvious that your raids are taking longer to beat if you're using special attacking Pokemon. But yeah, everyone, for the most part, one Pokemon can carry this entire raid, and then everyone else can just be like button mashing random attacks, and it'll still be good enough. That's what I like about these type of raid events. They're super viable to grind the raids because you get a lot of Tera Shards from them, but then at the same time they're so easy to do that it's not really like, there's no way you're really gonna fail these raids. That's what I'm really trying to say, is that if you do the raid, more than likely you're just gonna get a bunch of Tera Shards. So it's a nice event. These are like premium resources that are important to have in the game. So yeah, literally you could just run Iron Hands on every raid, no matter the typing of the Blissey. So keep that in mind also. Like, these Blissey are so weak offensively. I think they typically just go for Seismic Toss, which all it does is the amount of damage that it has, whatever level it's at. Oh, we had a little connection issue there. Sorry about that. Wait, what just happened? Did it kick anyone out? Yeah, they're really easy. Exactly, Ada. Like, you can still have fun with it. That's what I'm trying to say is, even if you run a special attacking build, you'll probably still beat it. It's just that it'll take longer than if you just went for Belly Drum, Drain Punch, or Belly Drum, something. It is kind of insane how good Medicham is in Great League. That is true. Yeah. This Blissey's about to go down. I wonder why that pop-up appeared for me. GG. Yeah, see, that was easy. Very fast. Super fast raid there for us. What was with that? You one-shot on your screen? Yeah, I think that's what Curves was trying to say, is that it's showing different battles for us. Which is strange. Like, I'd love to see everyone's, like, raid lined up next to each other to see, like, what's actually occurring at each individual moment. If it's syncing up or if it's completely different, depending on where you're at. Like, that'd be kind of interesting. I'll go do this Ghost Tera one. Ghost is a pretty good Tera Shard to get. I will post the code. Feel free to join if you're interested in joining me. This raid event will be over in about 2 hours. That's how it goes. Alright. Fortunately, we're not going for you. Goes Tera? Alright. Alright, let me get that code up here. Yeah. Maybe it just does it to make each individual player feel good about their contribution, like we're all sitting here. If we weren't the wiser, you know, knowing that I'm streaming, they just make us feel good about it, you know? It's like, he's the one that did it. Thank you, game, for validating my feelings. Making me feel like I'm invincible. Thanks, game. Let's see. I'm just gonna bring this regardless. Alright, we got ourselves a Ghost Tera Blissey here. We have one more slot left. Feel free to join if you're down. Zacian did on your screen. So wow, that's like already 3 different realities. Bizarre. That is some bizarre stuff right there. I wonder why that occurs. Can the game not handle the data properly? Maybe it's the way things are input and how data is shared amongst the online feature. You know? But yeah, these raids are so easy, and I appreciate your help because it makes it so much easier. Yeah, King Gambit is a super good pick here. Same with Annihilate. I'm pretty sure Annihilate is just immune to any damage actually in this fight. I have not seen Blissey use any other moves than Seismic Toss. Maybe it does have another move whenever it can't use Seismic Toss. I don't know, I don't feel like I've seen it. And if I have, it's not very memorable. Whatever it ends up being. Like maybe it has Psychic or Dazzling Me, but I don't really remember. Yeah, this should be... Looks pretty solid to me here. Let's start the raid. And thanks again for tuning into the stream today. Really appreciate the support here on Daily Sassifrass. I still have to do Blood Moon Ursaluna questline and the Ogre Ousting for the Shiny Munchlax. I might try to do or start one of them this week. Maybe I'll do the Ogre Ousting one. I think that one could be manageable to do in a stream. We'll see. You think the real Blissey raids were the friends we made along the way? That's hilarious. Love the sense of humor. Welcome to stream, yo. Great to see you again. Alright, I'm just gonna set up some Swords Dance here. I mean, do I really need to go for +4? Probably not. I'm just gonna start Rock Sliding. Because with our luck, we'll just miss Rock Slide anyways. Let's see who takes the win. The final knockout on this Blissey. Who's the hard levels? Is it? Yeah, I think I might do something like that. Let's see. I need to look into it again. So yeah, this Blissey decided it wants to heal us up before we take it down. How nice of it. I guess I could go for Razor Shell so I don't miss. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's... Yeah, that's what I've heard. You need multiple people to beat it. Turtle power. Cowabunga, dude. GG's. Yeah, Blissey does not stand a chance here. Love getting all those guys Tera Shards though. It's awesome. Alright, we got a, I think, Psychic Tera, Blissey, that's coming up next here. That's our next target. Let me verify that. Yeah, it's Psychic Tera. I think I could probably just go here. Alright, I'll get the code up here in a moment. Feel free to join if you're interested in that. But yeah, let's skedaddle. There it is. I almost jumped down. That would have been counterproductive. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a really cool fact. So, fun fact, any self-healing Blissey does, it doesn't actually count towards defeating it. It can have HP remaining, but still be defeated. That's really cool. I have noticed that before, but I never really gave it much thought. But now that you've clarified that, then yeah, it changes my perception of everything. Alright, the code is HLMG3C. Feel free to join on in the raid. Let me switch to my physical attacking Mew. I'll bring the shiny one, since it doesn't really matter if I have an item or not, realistically. One of the main good things about Pokemon Go, I mean, I'm kind of glad they made it so you can transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go to home, because the shiny Mew is like probably one of the things I'm actually really glad that I have in Pokemon Go that I was able to send to home. It's a really rare shiny to have, legitimately. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had to be playing during the I think it was like a Kanto event they had in Go. And they had some special ticket you had to buy that at the end of the questline was Shiny Mew. I'm pretty sure that's how it was. Because I don't think you get Shiny Mew. Wait, actually, is the Shiny Mew the one you get from the basic questline? Or is that just regular Mew? I think it's regular Mew that you get. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that the shiny one was only available during the Kanto event. Alright. This should be super easy. As time goes on, reality bends. Karen, you named your Annihilate Karen. Yo, your Annihilate must be unhinged. So you have an Annihilate named Karen that goes for Rage Face. Show me the manager. It like maxes your Rage Fist instantly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was behind a paywall. Yo, that's funny. Yeah, that's pretty funny, honestly. You like to use Focus Energy? That's not a bad option, because that means if you have a certain item that gives you crit, I think it's Razor Fang or Razor Claw, or maybe it's both. You can guarantee a crit every single hit. That was like a strategy early VGC with Hydreigon. Focus Energy Hydreigon. Because even if you got special attack drops from Draco Meteor, the interesting thing about critting is it actually negates all stat decreases on your side, and also stat increases on your opponent's side. So you can pretty much like break through a bad situation. And what I'm essentially getting at is that if you crit every turn with Draco Meteor, that means there's no downside to using Draco Meteor every turn. So it was like a cool strategy early VGC. Some people ran Tera Poison Hydreigon, some Tera Steel. think those were like the two major ones, if I'm not mistaken. Just because of the defensive typing was really good. Because, you know, most times you're probably not trying to get hit by a fairy move, but Poison Tera, excuse me, is kind of clutch. Because, if I'm not mistaken, Hydreigon has Levitate. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but the real reason why the Poison's really good too is just because it's good defensively against fighting as well. Which is definitely a thing for trying to take down Hydreigon. Physical fighting moves. Alright, let me get this code up here on the stream for Blissey. Feel free to join. Yeah, I mean, anything to get your attack up there is good for this raid. And with all of us together, we're pretty much gonna not have many issues taking down the raid. So thank you for your help here. And let me switch out my pick. I'm just gonna bring this, whatever. Corviknight. Alright, what time? So about an hour and a half left in this event. If you're trying to save these raids, make sure you log offline before... For me, it's 5 p.m. Pacific time, which is an hour and a half. Whatever, an hour and a half from now, before it gets to the top of the hour, make sure you log offline, because you can actually keep these raids in your game until you connect online again. So if you're trying to grind these raids for a couple more days and you don't do like VGC or online battling or anything like that, it would be better for you to just log off before the event's over and then just kind of like, yeah, you can grind at your own leisure offline for as long as you want, pretty much. Ooh, spicy. But yeah, if you're interested in that, I'll finish streaming myself. I'm not particularly worried about removing the raids. I'm thinking I might do a stream later tonight on my Twitch channel, just doing some VGC battles online. So I'm gonna have to log online anyways, but I'm just letting you as a viewer know that you can actually preserve any type of event raids as long as you don't log on once the event is over, because it will update your game and it'll remove all raids. Otherwise, you can keep it as long as you want offline. Pretty much right before today, I kept my Hisuian Decidueye raid and I was grinding those grass Tera Shards. But I mean, this is a raid event that I absolutely wanted to play a little bit of because I need Tera Shards. I mean, I'm doing alright. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at that. Blissey just straight up one shot. I use Screech and then between the belly drum, play rough, it's just GG. Yeah, that was really fast. Well done. Yeah, Ozzy is such a good pick. Yeah, that was that's hilarious. I was like in mid rant and the raid was already over. Alright, let me head over. I think I saw a Ghost Tera one. Yeah, let's head over to this Ghost Tera raid. I mean, I guess I could do the Fire 7 or 6-star raid. I wasn't thinking about it. I mean, that could be interesting to do. Alright. Ghost Tera Blissey coming on up. I think I see it up there. Let's not run into any Pokemon unless they're shiny. Right, let me climb up here. Okay, so it was -6 defense and Belly Drum Azu. That makes sense why it didn't survive. Yeah, the fact that there was multiple defense drops on it, it can't take a hit being a fighting type. That is pretty insane. Good job. Alright, let me get the code up here. Thanks again for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you've had a great weekend. Yeah, that was straight up like Boba Fett style of like execution. We just evaporated. We eviscerated that Blissey. Darth Vader feared that Azumarill. Even Darth Vader would tell that Azumarill to chill a little bit. Like, yo, come on. Leave some for the rest of us. But yeah, this should be a relatively easy raid. Just have fun with it. We're not really struggling, as you can tell, to do really any damage. I'm just gonna bring a spicy pick, why not? YXQ18X, if you're interested, we still have room for 2 more people in this Ghost Tower Blissey raid. Ooh. Alright, we got Stormdog 5. We have room for 1 more. Let's take it down. Vader would be trying to recruit that Azu. That's awesome. I'm glad that your Azu gets a lot of enjoyment out of helping us destroy these Blisseys. I appreciate it too. Hopefully Pikachu doesn't see you. Uh-oh. Good to see you, James. Great to have you here. Honestly, I hope this person just brings Pikachu. Like, that would be amazing. like we should try to beat... We should actually do that. Let's, like, have a whole team of, like, really bad Pokemon and try to beat one of these raids. That would be a fun challenge. Let's all bring Pikachu. Oh my gosh, perfect. Thank you, Stormdog 5. You must have overheard us admiring the Pikachu. Alright, let's go. I'm sure we won't have any problems at all. I mean, we need the mascot to join us, right? It only makes sense. Wait, they don't make Pikachu say Pikachu? It just goes for... Wow, they took away Pikachu's voice. What is this? Is this the government? Pikachu. I love it, yeah. Pikachu. I love just seeing it stand there. How was your day? Did you have a Pikachu come to your raid and cheer you on? I haven't heard the Blood Moon or Saluna, but I have though. I used it in battle a bit with my buddy's rental team. Kanto Clark. Let's get... Why are you missing? Do I just have to go for seed bombs? Just throw my seeds at this Blissey. Come on, Bramblegas. I believe in you, Pikachu. You know what? I'm gonna cheer. I'm gonna heal up the squad. I choose you, Pikachu. Give it night. Actually, I don't even know if it's enough health for it to live. I am the Eggman. You mean like the Beatles? Cuckoo, Cuckoo, like that song? What's that song called? Walrus? Something Walrus, right? I can't even remember what that song is called. It's like one of the weirder Beatles songs. I am the Walrus. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the song. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'll do that soon, Ada, and I'll get a good listen. I'll definitely be trying to pay attention when I get to that part. Sonic Adventure, which I actually never played that game. I feel like most of my Sonic knowledge is Genesis era. Like when you could put Sonic and Knuckles and like connect to Sonic 3 in the same, like you had the cartridge, it had the top, and you put Sonic 3 or Sonic 1 or 2 on top of Sonic and Knuckles. Then you put it into your Genesis and you play that. I've heard some of the Sonic games are actually pretty good outside of that era of Sonic. You killed him. Yeah, thanks, Curbs. We kept that Pikachu alive. Because we have priorities. You know, we're here for the Pikachu, in fact. It's more about Pikachu than it is anything. When the grown men come together to protect a Pikachu, you know they mean business. You don't mess with our child. We all grew up, most of us grew up playing Pokemon. We were the same age as Ash when he was off on his adventure. Pikachu hits real hard. Honestly, I've never really been the biggest fan of Pikachu, but as I've gotten older, I feel like I've liked him. Like, I've always liked Pikachu. I've never disliked Pikachu. Let me make this clear. I've just never really cared nor disliked Pikachu, ever. But as I've gotten older, I feel like it's just one of those things that it's just like, I don't know, it could just be nostalgia at this point. But yeah, I think Pikachu is pretty awesome. Definitely like kind of crazy to think the sheer luck they had picking Pikachu as their mascot. Because there was a time where Clefairy was going to be the mascot Pokemon. But they ended up picking Pikachu, and I feel like it's such a universal Pokemon. I mean, look at it. It's an electric rat. It transcends all cultural and language barriers. I mean, Pokemon is kind of interesting because it's a property that speaks to people worldwide. I mean, most of Pokemon is derived from different type of mythology and cultural things, right? I mean, they've really like emphasized that as the generations have gone on, basing a lot of regions on different regions that are outside Japan and such, right? But it's so cool to see that this is like a completely made-up world, but it feels real to a lot of people because of it's pretty much like retelling these old like myths and such, but in different ways that are not like, it's like transcending the original stories, but they're still keeping these tropes that are true and these like things that people believed forever. So it's like crazy in a lot of ways. Like it's so crazy that while these games are so simple in their delivery and maybe even to the degree like they watered down the games, the actual concepts behind Pokemon and the way they tie into their region or even how they tie into other Pokemon is pretty insane how complicated it gets, is what I'm trying to get at here. Like I feel like they put so much love and care into the design of a lot of Pokemon. It's a little unfortunate that at times these games feel rushed or like they're not fully delivering the potential they could be doing. I mean, like even just outside of the games, the way the anime or the movies, they kind of like add to the understanding of certain Pokemon or like what their purpose is in this universe. It's pretty cool. I think it's really crazy that a franchise can actually hit nodes across the entire world, and like everyone has the same feeling across the world. Like I want to go outside and be a Pokemon trainer. When I was a kid playing Pokemon Blue on the Game Boy back in the day, I remember walking out my backyard and just thinking, if I could go outside right now and start catching Scyther and Onix and start my own journey, like that would be such a crazy life to live. And I feel like this franchise successfully connects on making people personalize their experience within this world. Yeah, Azumarill is definitely going to destroy this raid. We have room for one more person, if anyone wants to join. But like, there was a game that came out, for example, not too long ago. Maybe it was actually long ago at this point. Yokai Watch. And I remember a lot of people were saying that that game would overcome all other previous... Like, it would be a better Pokemon. Hey, Kimberly Anholm, welcome to the stream. I love the Pikachu, that was hilarious. Great to have you. You remember that too? Yo, that's crazy. I mean, I feel like we still kind of like... That's why people enjoy playing Pokemon games regardless of how bad they can be at times, is that it's like, yeah, you could say it's nostalgia, but it's a franchise that really brought so many things to video games that never existed on the level that it did prior. Like, it's a monster simulator game, which those weren't really a thing at the time. I mean, Pokemon was... I mean, there's like... I mean, there are like Dragon Warrior Monster and stuff, to be fair. There are like some games that were similar. But Pokemon, like even like shiny Pokemon, it's such a unique way that people play these games that draw appeal to them that never existed prior to it being a thing in Pokemon, really. Back when Digimon was a thing, people thought that would overtake Pokemon. That is true, yeah. The thing about Digimon is, it's not as like... It's cool, but it doesn't really connect as personal as something like Pokemon. As much as Pokemon is just like a fantasy world, it just connects with people. It feels more real than other types of like fantasy, like RPGs and such like that. Now we're getting Power World. I've heard of that, but I'm not too familiar with the game. But yeah, I mean, a lot of times gaming companies do just try to copy similar ideas off of each other. That's why you always see a bunch of like Pokemon knockoff games, and there's never truly any like threat to the Pokemon franchise. I mean, unless they're like legitimately just ripping off the IP and stealing their assets. But yeah, for the most part, it just dominates this type of game. Like the monster simulator. So many people try. Like, it's just so well established as a franchise at this point that it probably is a big part to why it's gotten lazy. I mean, it's more that these games are on like pipelines that are on deadlines. And I think especially this game that I'm currently playing, it definitely suffered due to like COVID. I think it probably did to a degree. I mean, that's my assumption at least. I feel like because they're so strict on releasing these games, because it's like coincide with like merchandise, the anime card game. Like, even if like the games are still gonna sell based on data that's been proven in the past. And the irony is that people now look back at Sword and Shield, for example, a game that was widely criticized for what it was, and they like kind of, you know, they look at it like, well, this game actually wasn't as bad as it, you know, as it seemed. I mean, visually, I'd say Sword and Shield probably even looks better than these games. Alright, here's the code for a Ghost Tera Blissey. I mean, like, there's still a lot of bad things about Switch era Pokemon. It's just, like, undeniable. It's not that great. But I still think Scarlet and Violet are pretty decent games, aside all these things I'm saying. They copy designs of many Pokemon, including Luxray. Oh, I didn't know that. They also tried to design a game that barely functions properly on a system that isn't able to process it. Yeah, that is true, yeah. I don't think they've officially revealed any information on the next console for Nintendo, but I've heard rumors that it's coming soon. What do you think? Do you think we're gonna get a Switch 2? Or something along those lines? Because, I mean, I feel like it's very possible. Alright, we have room for one more person if anyone wants to join the raid. Thanks for tuning in today. Also, hit the like button on the stream. It does help out a lot here. And hopefully you're just enjoying yourself, relaxing, chilling out. Curbs. Yeah. I mean, the thing about, like, I'm actually against genning personally. I'm not, like, gonna sit here and go on a, like, you know, I've stated my opinion on genning, but I also don't care enough to continue to remind people that I don't like genning. Like, it's just one of those things that it's not my thing to champion. I made a video on my main channel about the VGC cheating because I do play VGC competitively, and I do feel that my team building a lot of times is affected by the accessibility of like certain legendary Pokemon's IVs. Like, for example, I'm gonna actually try to catch Blood Moon Ursaluna with 0 attack and 0 speed. That's one of the main reasons why I haven't done that in the game yet, is because that's not just a simple fight the boss, like do the questline, fight it, and catch it. I have to like sit in front of it probably for like days on end and hunt that thing, which I'm not excited to do particularly. But it's what you gotta do to get certain Pokemon. But to be fair, you don't have to run some of these Pokemon. Pokemon is versatile, but yeah, I think it's like kind of crazy that, like, I can't see how a game like this could truly survive with how people, like, they need to open up accessibility more, for sure. Like, even what we're doing now, it's like fun, it's a cool social thing to do, like we're just sitting here taking down Blissey, right? But it's also very tedious to be in a position where this is something that you have to do. The new Switch they're working on can do PS4 graphics style, but honestly, it's still behind the times. Yeah, I think Nintendo typically tends to go more on like a niche aspect of making their games, as opposed to, like, their systems are more niche a lot of times than it just being the top. Like, they don't try to compete in that market for the highest quality graphics. You know, that's one thing that Nintendo is really, like, unique about, is that their game consoles tend to be in their own category. I mean, the Switch is a great console because you can literally play it docked or take it anywhere. And it kind of, you know, capitalizes on that whole handheld. I feel like Nintendo's been pretty good at handheld gaming consoles. Like, they have a pretty good track record. I mean, most of them have been very successful. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boy SP, Game Boy Advance, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of these are just great consoles that had great games on them also. And I mean, they have great, you know, first party like IPs like Mario, Metroid, Kirby, Pikmin, Pokemon. Like, they, yeah, for sure. Like, these all definitely add to the value of the franchise and why people are still finding it worth investing in a Nintendo console. Because you're not going to be able to play a Mario game on anything else, right? Unless you're swimming, you're like sailing the seas with your swashbuckling friends. But yeah, for the most part, you're out there just... if you want to play Nintendo. I mean, that's the one thing that sucks about Nintendo, actually, speaking of that, is that they do a terrible job at preserving their games. I mean, it's why a lot of people do, like, I'm trying to think what the word terminology would be. Is it like jailbreak their Switch, or they like use, I'm trying to remember what it's called, homebrew, I think, on the 3DS. Because there's certain games, especially with the eShop disappearing, there's certain functionality in apps and games that are only acquirable by downloading via that method. And once that method is gone, that's a part of history that is lost in time. Like, certain games and hardware are just lost to time. And that's the one thing that kind of sucks about gaming in the digital era is, I mean, as I've gotten older, games are now, a lot of them are mainly digital. Like, even this game, you could buy a physical copy or get the digital, and weird enough, they're the same price, right? It's so weird. There's no... I mean, the digital one should definitely be cheaper, is what I'm trying to say. But, in a way, you don't actually own the game when you only own a digital copy of a game these days. That's the one downside about the current era of technology, is that, you know, if you lose your memory card or you lose the thing that holds... I mean, I guess you could arguably say if you lose your game, same thing, but you have better chances if you own every hardware that you own, that you will be able to maintain that technology as time goes on, versus owning everything digitally where, you know, for all you know, say you own stuff by the cloud, that business agreement that you sign initially could update and maybe even like abandon your rights to owning certain features or, I don't know, like certain games. So yeah, it is a little unfortunate, but that's just how gaming is these days. Alright, I have 2 more slots here on Blissey. I mean, for the most part, we just enjoy ourselves while we play games, right? I'm just saying that there can be something to think about when you are trying to build a gaming collection. Usually, it's probably recommended to own a physical copy of a game. I mean, if you own the original version of Scarlet Violet, if I'm not mistaken, if you completely play on a fresh, like, file without updating it on the internet, you should, if I'm not mistaken, be able to play, like, the glitchy version of the game. Which is kind of crazy to think about. SXYQ96. If anyone wants to join in on this raid, feel free. We have about an hour left in the Blissey raids, but I'm not gonna stay on the whole time. I'll probably end a little bit earlier. I'm a little tired just from traveling a lot today. So try to get in some more of these raids before I head off for the evening. But yeah, we've definitely gotten a decent amount done. I should have looked at my Tera Shards at the beginning of the stream and then checked what they're at by the end, but yeah, I didn't think to do that until just now, an hour and a half into the stream. Alright, we have room for one more, feel free. Wonder what's going on. Maybe it's just like glitching out. I'll see if it'll let anyone join, but it looks like it might just start with us 3. With remote play on the PS5, I could play your PS5 games anywhere too. Wait, what? That's pretty interesting. What does that mean? Does it mean you can play, like, you can play on any other PlayStation console? You had to enter the code and twice to get in? Wow, that's crazy. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not entirely sure. Brother. Alright, let's rack it. Yeah, this will be an easy takedown. Ozzy is probably just gonna completely wipe this Blissey off the face of the planet. There's an app you can put on your computer or tablet and use your controller to play PS5 games for your PS5. That's really interesting. I've been thinking about doing some members only streams on this channel that are pretty much like whatever the viewers, like the members who come to the stream, want me to do. Like, say I have a members only stream and people are like, yo, let's watch these videos together on YouTube, or yo, let's play Among Us, or let's play Fall Guys, or I want to watch you play Star Wars Fallen Order or something. I think I'm going to start doing some member streams like that, where I just kind of leave the stream open to what we do. It doesn't even have to be Pokemon related. Awesome, Kimberly. Thanks for sharing your code. Alright. Another Tera raid down for the count. Alright, so I'll probably do like 1 or 2 more Blissey raids today. But I am thinking about maybe doing some battles on my Twitch stream. Don't hold me accountable on that, but I mean, if you are someone that likes watching Twitch, definitely consider subscribing to my Twitch channel. I've been streaming on it, mainly just VGC battles as of lately. I think that's pretty much what I'm mainly going to be doing on my Twitch channel. Because I don't want, like, I sometimes stream VGC battles on my VGC YouTube channel, but I think I would prefer to do my battles live on Twitch and then just kind of repurpose the content, you know, cut and edit some battles to post to my YouTube channel instead. That way I can kind of just chill for a while and like do battles. Alright, let me get this code up here for Terragrass Blissey. Let me check what you said here in a second, Ada. Alright, P5G2FV. Your fiance is kind of wanting to do this game called Party Animals. It's kind of like Smash Bros, but it has worse controls and it's hilariously fun. Is it on Steam? Or like, what is it on? Because that sounds cool. If it's one that we could play online, I'd be down to do something like that. But yeah, it's generally the idea is I want to try to personalize the member streams to be more about like what my supporters who are paying for my membership, like what they would want to see or do. And also, I typically was going to do most of my Tera Raid events exclusive to members whenever I host them, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I have been doing that thus far. I've been mainly just putting out raid guides for solo raids. It's on Steam. I'll have to look into that. It's called Party Animals, you said? I'll have to check that out. Oh, wow. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I'll do maybe like 1 or 2 more raids. This might be the last one. I might do one more after this. You have the Steam Deck. Yo, that's sick. How do you like it? Do you think it's worth it, Curbs? Would you say that getting that device is worth it? Alright, we'll get this raid going and I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll do one more. I legitimately have been driving so much the past 2 days. We went out of town yesterday. It's like a 3.5 hour drive, and then did the same thing to get back today. And I was pretty much driving the entire way. And it didn't help that I woke up at 3 AM the day of, which was probably about 4 or 5 hours earlier than I needed to be. And I've just been catching up on my sleepiness. I am trying to keep it a little, I don't know, like, I'm a pretty chilled person. I'm not up here like, let's go everybody! Like, you know what I mean? I've never been like that. All my videos, I'm like, if anything, like, so relaxed. Overly relaxed at times. But yeah, I'm trying to, like, not be, I feel so much more drained inside than it probably seems right now. So I appreciate you all hanging out. Yeah, we'll do one more after this, okay? We'll do this Blissey and we'll do one more. I'll try to find a good one to host. One with ideal shards. Wow, that was completely obliterated, by the way. G? G. Now I just gotta wait for the game to catch up. You hit that Blissey so hard the game didn't even know how to process. Alright. Let's run. You like it? That's really cool. It definitely seems That's something that me and my girl have been talking about, maybe getting one of, but we couldn't really, like, she plays Dreamlight Valley. It's like this Disney game, and she plays it on Steam, and she wanted to get the Steam Deck so she can just play the game wherever and whenever. And I totally feel like that's a legitimate reason to want to get the Steam Deck. I just thought, like, would you actually take advantage of using this device, or would it be a thing that you only did use maybe occasionally? But I mean, there are a lot of great games on Steam. I mean, is it Fallen Order that I started playing recently, and like even being able to play that on a Steam Deck would probably be sick. I don't know. Well, at least the game was considerate enough to give the news. Wow, I found a mass outbreak of Oinkalone. Imagine getting a shiny just by showing up. Do I have that luck? Alright, this is going to be the final raid for today's stream, so make sure you hit the like button on your way out. I would really appreciate it. Also, consider subscribing if you're new here. I do try to post daily content in the form of short form, shiny reactions, sometimes Pokemon tips, Pokemon Tera raid guides, Pokemon shiny hunting streams. Oops. Let me get the code in the chat real quick. But I've heard the Switch ports are not as good as playing it on the PC. It looks great on the PC so far, from what I've seen. I'm extremely excited to play. I mean, I've been wanting to play those Star Wars games for a while now. I'm a big Star Wars fan, within reason. I mean, I don't like everything that's being made these days, but these are old games that are just really fun to play. Iconic Jedi, Cal Kestis. We gotta get our boy represented. Alright, yeah, this will be our final raid for the stream. And thanks again. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that, yeah. You got the 64 gigabyte and you upgraded to 1 terabyte. Yeah, I feel like having something like the Steam Deck would make you want to purchase more games. You know, you could still play a lot of variety. I mean, Steam... Isn't there some lawsuit going on with Steam actually about it being a monopoly? Thank you, Anthony. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad that we got to hang out and get some Tera raids. Oh yeah, it looks like we're full curbs. Alright, here's our final raid. And this should be relatively easy for us. Flex your favorite Pokemon in this final raid. Yeah, I mean, I want to try to do more streams like this in general. It's, just between life and my job and such, it's just sometimes hard to always make time. I try to at least go live once a week on this channel, doing something, whether it be continuing my Living Dex hunt or hosting some sort of community stream. Union Circle, battles, Tera raids. Oh yeah, it is morning over there, isn't it? Yo, good morning to you, Crave. I hope you're having a great Monday. That's crazy, it's Monday there already. Wow, it's barely turning Sunday night here. Alright. I'm sure Ozzymeryl's about to just one-shot. You don't have to release a game using Steam. Blizzard does fine, and Amazon has their own launcher. Didn't Blizzard just get purchased by Microsoft, though? Just on a side note. Not that that has any, like, correlation to what you said. I just remembered hearing that was the thing that actually happened. Aw, thank you, Anthony. I'm glad that they're enjoying themselves. Aria, hopefully you have a great evening. Ozzymeryl just straight up removed Blissey. Like, not even an issue there at all. Alright, everyone, that was successful, I would say. Great stream. We got a lot of Tera raids. I would like to talk more about the Blizzard accusation, or the Microsoft accusation of Blizzard, but we're not going to do that right now. See, the thing is, though, like, if World of Warcraft became a part of the Game Pass, that would actually be insanely awesome, because that means that the monthly subscription of World of Warcraft is gone, and just by having a Game Pass for Xbox means that you get access to playing World of Warcraft. Like, that would actually be pretty cool. Like, combining those features. If they keep World of Warcraft as a subscription base after Microsoft acquires it, that's stupid. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at my shards real quick before I leave, just to take a peek at what I didn't show where we were at the beginning, but let's just see where we kind of ended at. I had a decent amount on some of them. But yeah, I mean, flying, I'm still under 100. But it looks like everything else we've at least have over 100, which is super clutch. Which ones do I have the lowest of? I have electric, water are the lowest aside flying, which I don't use those all too common, but I probably should try to grind flying sometime here soon. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. I'll be back later sometime this upcoming week. Definitely consider liking the stream, and with that being said, the Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day, ladies and gentlemen. You have a good morning, evening, afternoon for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Thanks again.